So if you have been charging one-time fees, I don't know, $3, $5, $10 per class while you're live streaming, I'm sure you're super proud because I'm proud of you too. And guess what happens after, say, a few weeks? Even sometimes people say after the first week, they notice a significant drop in payments. Now, a lot of fitness and creative entrepreneurs tend to use apps such as Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. And the trouble is that for every class, the dollar amount is really small, and yet it takes away a lot of people's attention to pay for that. Think about it. If you're someone in your mid-30s and you so look forward to joining the fitness class, and you got a couple of babies screaming, crying, and your husband's looking for you, or vice versa, and all of a sudden you gotta pull up your app, pay $3 before you can join a class. It feels a little silly. And the next thing you know, you're late for class and you feel frustrated. So what I'm recommending is, of course, you can still have your one-time fee. And that's perfectly good, especially if you don't have a rhythm or a schedule just yet. You're kind of popping in and out, teaching classes here and there. It may be better for you to charge a one-time fee because then you don't have to worry about it, right? You announce it again for whenever you want to teach your next class. Now, for those of you who are doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, whatever it is, you have a rhythm, you have a schedule, you are committed, you're there, no matter whether there are 16 students or 60 students showing up to your class. I want to, and I urge you to consider charging a recurring monthly subscription. I want to make it even better. The better offer is that the students only have to enter their credit card information once and for all. Yes, this customer can come back in and cancel it, but for the most part, once they enter the monthly fee, they don't have to do it over and over again. They don't have to set a calendar reminder, otherwise they'll be kicked out of your class. There are a lot of tools that enable you to do that, one of which is called Moonclerk, which I have used for my clients, and it's good for donations as well as recurring subscriptions. Now let's talk about Zoom for a second. Zoom webinar and business license comes with PayPal integration, which means that you can charge people that one-time fee. However, Zoom, remember, wasn't originally designed for fitness and creative entrepreneurs. It's designed for corporate America, regular webinars, one-time thing. So Zoom PayPal, as of April 2020, charges one-time fees. I know it's really annoying after all I have just shared with you guys. Now, what you can do is using something such as Zoom Webinar and add these monthly subscribers as panelists. So once they pay their recurring fee through Moonclerk, one extra step for you, which is for you to enter them as a panelist. So all you need is first, last name, and then their email address. And then they will get the notification, the login link, and that's it. If you are doing recorded videos, which is also part of what we're talking about, they become more of a course. I love using Teachable as well as Thinkific. I use them both for myself as well as for my clients, and they work really great. You don't have to worry about your students whether they need to enter a one-time payment or a recurring fee because these platforms will just take care of it for you. For you to upload as many videos as you need to. You can create a mini course or a signature, like really long and drawn out course. It doesn't matter. It gets a little bit tricky with live streaming for sure, but you can find tools to really get around it. As I mentioned before, Zoom and Moonclerk is a really good alternative to help you service that subscription model. Why is recurring payments so important? Because it takes away that activation energy. Every time you need to pull out your wallet, you need to open up a website, forget it. The website may be down. We didn't even talk about the technical side of things. But for people to gather their energy and to take that action takes activation energy. So you want to remove that as much as possible so that they can focus on what they originally wanted to sign up for. Let's talk about pricing real quick. Pricing is always a sticky issue, depending on how you conduct your classes. So I'm going to use the frequency of 3 times a week. So that's pretty frequent. That's not every day, but every other day, your customers will see you. If you do that, such as Monday, Wednesday, Friday, let's say. Now, on average, let's say 4 weeks in the month, sometimes 4.5 weeks. Well, 4 times 3, that's 12 lessons. If you charge even $3 a lesson, that's 36 bucks. If it's 5 lessons, that's $60, 60 US dollars. I suggest that you give your customer an unrefusable offer. So something that can easily not only say yes to, but to recommend to their friends. So for example, for one of the dance instructors I've been working with, we decided that $20 to $25 will be a really good monthly fee. I mean, right now, living in the crisis, the pandemic, people's wallet is definitely a little bit tighter, a lot tighter in some cases. People have lost their jobs. So this number could be different later on. The reality of you teaching online versus your customers learning online is a little different. They have the choices to follow other instructors as well. So having the variety really matters. Now, if I follow 3 instructors and each is charging $25, it gets expensive pretty quickly when you think about it. That's $75. If you're into dance and weight training and Tabata, all of a sudden, the cost is now about the same compared to some of the fancy gyms. Those are the things you do have to consider if you want to be successful at the beginning. How to price yourself and your service is a conversation we want to cover. The cost is very different when you teach a group lesson versus one-on-one. If you have someone in the industry that you look up to, or at your same level, or at least have experience of what you're living through, it may be helpful to talk to them. And as I mentioned earlier in a lesson, it's okay to survey your customers. It's okay to ask them what they're comfortable with. And then it's also important to ask yourself what you are comfortable with. Just because they say $20, but you believe you're worth $60, or you're devoting so much of your time to deliver value that's worth $60, then don't back down. When it comes to business, you gotta know yourself and know your worth and go from there. I'll see you in the next lesson. Like any of the content, definitely make sure to check out in the description below because we have an entire Skillshare course that you can take for free for 60 days.